Hey everyone, it's Sean. Please press the like button if you have not yet done already. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Today's video is brought to you by a subscriber. The subscriber's name is Cheeto One Mo. Cheeto One Mo. We're gonna call this subscriber Cheeto. Guys, this is a very good question comment. You're gonna like it. You'll like it. It says, Sean, I have a question. My secondary job site was hit by a robbery attempt this past weekend. I am armed at the site in Northern California. Guys, I'm cutting some of the words off because this is the comment right here, and I'm missing some words. So please bear with me. There was an armed site. I monitored them from the moment they arrived on camera in the parking lot. I immediately called the police. I maintained camera viewing in contact with dispatch until they have breached the hallway door, which could have gained them access to me. I retreated to the back lot outside and took a defensive position while maintaining contact through dispatch. Due to the size of the facility, the time it takes to get inside and contact the LE law enforcement from the moment of their arrival, the thieves got away with nothing and several were caught while speeding away. The only damage is to several doors they breached to get inside. I'm asking if I did take corrective action. I overheard a proprietary manager, I'm thinking maybe this person meant property manager, chewing out a sub-manager for damage to the door as if I should have confronted the thieves. One of the supervisors told me that I did the right thing by not confronting them. In your opinion, considering the factors of the robbery attempt, should I have confronted them to preserve any damage to the door? I'm asking if I took the correct action. Several factors of the situation. There's 6 offenders. Number 2, could not confirm if they were armed from camera footage. 3, BSIS protocols concerning security-related shootings. Okay, guys, BSIS, if you're not in California, that stands for the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. They are the regulatory arm for private security officers and private investigators in California. Let's talk about this. This is interesting, and I want to know what you guys' take on this is. So, Cheeto, man, you did an awesome job. I'm very proud of you. I feel honored as a subscriber. You're reaching out to me. You're reaching out to us because we're actually a community, and you're giving us a rundown of what actually happened. And it happened over the past weekend. This is not something that's old information. You did a fantastic job, my friend. And let me break this down real quick. Guys, he has 6 people coming into this property. This subscriber is armed. They're attempting to break down the door. 6 people. We don't know if any of these 6 are armed, but what we do know is that there's an angry mob that wants to get inside. Or we'll say this, a determined mob that wants to get inside. I'm going to first address the property manager chewing out a sub-manager. I don't know what a sub-manager is, but let's talk about that. Look, this is not Cheeto's fault that the door is damaged. It is these mobsters' fault that the door was damaged. So it's not his fault, guys. What does this idiot property manager want Cheeto to do? Does this manager want Cheeto to go over there and confront these people? It doesn't work that way, guys. Your life comes first. So, no, that's not his fault. He did the right thing. He called law enforcement, and not only did he just call and hung up, he took decisive actions, brave actions. Instead of just leaving the property and going to another street, he actually stayed on scene, so he could relay important information to dispatch. Now, I'm hoping that Cheeto was in a position where if they came a little bit close, he could just take off in a car, or that he could run away. That's what I'm hoping, but this information is not here. You guys, YouTube is not a platform where we can really communicate with each other. It's basically somebody makes a comment and I have to respond in video. There's not a lot of chit-chat back and forth. So no, he did a fantastic job. Now, let's talk about what are some things that could happen now. If they broke down the door, this is scary, guys, and I'm glad that Cheeto took a defensive position outside. It looked like he was outside the warehouse, but let's just say, or this building, if he was inside the warehouse, what could you do? Well, if you can't get out of the warehouse, you're gonna have to take a defensive position inside the warehouse and justify each action. So what I would do is I get on the phone, dial 911. I'm an armed private security officer. This is what I'm wearing. I am located here. I got 6 guys attempting to break down the door. I'm super scared. I think that I'm gonna die when they reach up to me. And I'm, guys, can you please get here quick? Because I feel something's bad that's gonna happen to me. Please, I need your help. Please, please, I beg you, please get here fast. Now, what you're doing is you're letting dispatch know, and the law enforcement officers en route that you're in fear for your life. That fear element is needed just in case you have to resort to deadly force. Now, once they breach the door, I'm gonna try to go into an area. I'm gonna back up into other rooms. The key word is back up. Back up into other rooms that are away from this group that is gonna kill me or attack me. And they find out who I am. Back up and take a defensive position in there. Now, this is the problem. If you do not resort to, if you don't consider lethal force when they come inside, it can end up bad for you guys. Guys, these guys are like hyenas. They're savages. They operate off of that mob mentality. When they get you, it's going to be a bad day. That's why you got to start considering lethal force. Now, before you consider that, consider your less lethal alternatives. So if you have pepper spray, maybe the spray, not the foam. And you know, even so, if I have the foam, if I see a hallway where they're gonna most likely approach, if it's foam, I'll spray it on the top of the ceiling. So hopefully, I mean, I'll just douse the hell out of it. So hopefully it'll drip down on these people. Unfortunately, you have to have direct eye contact to have the best effect, but sometimes it'll get on them, and just the aroma of pepper spray gets people coughing and gets people excited and gets people to run off. If you have the spray version, just spray the hell out of the hallway as much as you can. When they come in, there's a good chance that they might be coughing as well. Remember, you have to basically you have to directly spray them in the eyes to have that immediate reaction. And remember, it does not affect everyone in the same way. But that's what I would consider. But you also have to keep in mind that the first responders that might help you, and by the way, you're actually the first responder. We'll say the second responders, meaning law enforcement, when they're gonna stack up and save you or help you. Well, actually, that's a bad analogy. You're gonna be the one to save yourself. But when they come to assist you, that's a better word. They need to know what they're gonna encounter. So let the dispatcher know that you don't want to use deadly force. But what you did is you doused the hallway with pepper spray. Maybe that will work, but please, you guys, get here quick. I don't think I'm going to last any longer. Let them know that. Let them know how scared you are. Don't be that badass and just say, I got it under control and hang up. No. You have to show that reasonable fear just in case this leads to a deadly force encounter. Those of you guys who are special operations or even military, combat veterans in particular, guys, you have to show that fear, that impending danger. Don't be that badass operator or that Marine, airman, soldier, Navy man, whatever branch you are. Don't be that brave person who doesn't want to sound like a scaredy cat or sound like they're scared on the 911 call. Guys, remember, you have to show that imminent fear. I think you got that danger. I think you got the point. If you didn't get the point, let me know. But you got to show that reasonable fear. When they come in, I don't care if they're unarmed or if they're armed. I'm gonna establish a certain a point. So if they pass that point, then that's going to be my deciding factor to use lethal force. I don't care, guys, if they're unarmed or not. When they come in with a mob of 6, it's going to be a bad day for them. And right before they enter, I know some of you might have reservations on this. I actually might consider a warning shot. I know that warning shots are something that are talked about in law enforcement and security. You shouldn't do that. They do work, but the problem is you have to be careful for ricochets and collateral damage. You have to know what you're doing. I would consider maybe a warning shot depending on the circumstances, because I have a little bit more training than your average private security officer, and I've shot at things and I've seen what the results are on a range, on a square range. I've seen what the results are. One of my colleagues was telling me that the latest firearms course that he went to, the instructors were advising to shoot at an upward angle towards, I don't know, it's a gutter. Let's just say this is a residence, and the guy's shooting at you or attacking you, whatnot. You're shooting in an upward fashion, and you're angling it so that it would not land, or it would hit anything that you don't want to hit. But this portion of the house, guys, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm on the run right now. Gotta go. But it tends to stop a lot of handgun. I'm talking about handgun rounds from over penetrating and getting collateral damage. So I would consider that, depending on the circumstances. And then after that, these guys that are hell bent on getting to me, I would give them a last warning. Stop. Don't make me shoot you. Don't make me shoot you. Assuming I have time. And once I get that group to start crossing my barrier, which is at a reasonable distance to me, that's going to create that unreasonable amount of harm, I'm going to start firing away. It's not going to be a good day for them, but I need to preserve my life, and I need to do it in a legal manner as well. Don't worry about BSIS protocols concerning security-related shootings. All you got to be concerned about, and this is not legal professional advice, by the way, is reporting the incident afterwards. You might have to report it to the coroners. I'm just kidding, guys, not the coroners. Call law enforcement. I'm just saying that you'll be a good shot, that you'll hit an area that is most likely to stop them, that will result in a coroner's visit. He couldn't confirm that they were armed from camera. It doesn't matter. There's 6 guys. If there's one armed person, then that makes it also worse, but not knowing, that makes it worse too. And when you can't confirm, that's actually a good thing. But if you say they're unarmed, don't say they're unarmed unless you really know, unless you looked into their pockets. As far as I know, you're not sure if they're armed or not. And then 6 offenders, that's a mob already. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Did Cheeto, did he do a good job or not? Is there anything that he could have done better? Let him know. He's going to be reading all your comments.